Hey, hello, kings and queens. Welcome to XPZ Space. I am grateful for this opportunity. I've missed some days without making any video. So today we'll be covering what is called nine ether being. So without wasting any time, let us check out these videos and we'll discuss it.
Talk about physical traits of nine ether beings. People with nine ether have coiled or woolly hair, and it spirals like the number nine. I was born on a nine, just throw that in there. This coiled or woolly hair act as antennas, absorbing and transmitting cosmic energy. Nine ether beings have high melanin levels. Melanin is a conductor of light and energy, enhancing spiritual sensitivity, intuition, and even physical resilience. Nine ether beings have an electromagnetic aura. Their bodies naturally generate strong bioelectric and biomagnetic fields, which enhance healing, attraction, and protection from negative forces.
We are nine ether beings. The ascension to us happens automatically, but it can never happen to you if you still allow the evil system called government to control you. Because that's what it means. You govern our minds. They govern our minds, not our situation and whatever, our needs. They govern our minds so that we are sifakama wokuhlaba bakuthola usasesikolweni crash bakufundise le ngoma zabo for you to be able to take orders. Bayidrile le nto bayidrile until you are at the university where you are no longer able to download. Isambulelo asisefi because you call yourself an intellectual. What is intellectual? Huh? Intellectual is a parrot. You mimic what your professor, what the master said to you. You are not listening to divineness that descends from this star, this plasma we are talking about.
Maria, when did nine ether beings surroundings turn into six ether in order to put them to sleep, and how was the change from nine to six ether done? Right, it's like nine ether is always available, and it's not like nine ether goes away. It's just like the sun, right? The sun is always shining, even though during what, like now where people say the sun has set, but it doesn't set. That just goes back to that story of, as I was saying, Osiris and Seth, which became sunset, right? But the sun just goes into what we call a shadow, or the planet goes into what we call a shadow state. So I'm relaying that to say that when it goes into the period where people refer to it as night, people say night as if to say the sun has gone away or the sun has set, because of the way you've been taught that the sun's motion is it rises and then it sets, and it doesn't. It just deals with the way that the planet has been designed to have one side cooling off so that it doesn't overheat, and then it rotates, and the other side that is facing the sun gets the heat, and it has to constantly do that rotation where one side of the world is in what people call, we refer to as a shadow, because just like when you have something where you have the sun and then you have a shadow that blocks away the intensity of the sun, right? So in the same way, when we're talking about nine ether and six ether, we're dealing with that rotation of, let's say you have winter time and then you'll have what people call summer. Initially, there were only 2 seasons, summer and winter. Eventually, they became 4 when they added moving from winter into summer. In between that became spring, and the same way as moving from summer into winter, between that they termed autumn. So the fact that you're in winter doesn't mean the sun doesn't exist. It's just that certain beings are more conducive to that environment because we're all built by nature. And as sun people, children of the sun, or melaninite children, we love the sun because the sun gives us more energy and we're more active during the summer times, and we kind of hibernate or go into sleep, and we're not as active in wintertime. Whereas you have other people, such as the Adamites, who love the temperatures when they're not so hot because, again, because of the recessiveness of their melanin or the lack of melanin, it's better for them to be in cooler environments. So what we're saying is that when you look at the motion, just the same way we look at the motions of the summer to winter, when you look at on a bigger scale, when you're looking at the sun traversing a bigger cycle, you have what we call an equinox, right, which is 24,000 years. But that takes a sun cycle, which is 6,000 years, a moon cycle, which is 6,000 years, another sun cycle, which is 6,000 years, and a moon cycle, 6,000 years. 6 times 4 gives you the 24,000 year cycle, and then it starts again. And even though we say 24,000, it's like 24,896 or something, but it's just rounded to 24,000, or some was rounded up. Because you know you can round down or you can round up. Some will round it up to 25,000 years. And then when another cycle is complete, that will give you 49,000 and some odd, which is rounded up to 50,000 years, referred to as an epoch. Whilst the 24,000 year cycle is referred to as an equinox. So what we're saying is that during the last 6,000 years, we've been in something known as the moon cycle, or people refer to it also as the silver cycle, or we were moving from the Piscean era into the age of Aquarius. And that 6,000 years ended in the year 2000. So going backwards from the year 2000 to 4000 BC or BCE was when we were under this moon cycle. And during that cycle, just as we would go to sleep or don't perform our best during winter, the moon cycle is where the 6 ether forces were prominent, and the spell of Leviathan was cast on people who went to sleep. And the spell basically made you forget who you are. It's called amnesia, right? And that's when the ghost spell, or the spell of ghost worship by way of these witches that cast this spell, right, from the Sirius star constellation. This is what we're talking about when we're talking about the moon cycle. So when you're asking that question, Maria, how was it done? It was done gradually, just as, you being stripped off of who you are. Like, you forgot your language, your culture. You don't remember how you did things because things were whitewashed and the stories were told. And remember that if you go back, most of us, or most humanoids now, only live to 100 and something years old. So when you think about 6,000 years ago, sounds like a very long time. But it was done through many, many methods of putting the spell of Kingu or Leviathan over us. And we're going to do some videos going more into the spell of Leviathan, which is, taken off of this this scroll 666, Leviathan, the beast, all right, as the Antichrist, because this is where those Luciferians implemented many ways, and religion is just one of those tools that was used to put you to sleep and to make you forget of who you really are. All right, so that's to answer that question. We're talking about the last 6,000 years from 4004 BCE to the year 2000, and I hope that answers your question.
Welcome back, kings and queens, children of the soil. Welcome. We've heard, they've explained in many ways what is a sixth ether being and what happens as you reach the nine ether and what is below nine ether. I will try to say many won't understand what is taking place. What do they mean when they say we are nine ether beings, as they link it to our hair, to our melanin? Many won't understand. Don't take my word, or don't even take the word of the videos that I've played. Research for yourself. There's many things that are happening in this world that we don't have time to be just children taken and seated on a seat that you just listen and question nothing. That time is over. This is the age of information, or I rather say out information. So really we need to seek out. We need to be researchers. We need to ask questions. As I will help you. There's a last video that I've played, which is an OSM vision video. Me, I'm not an expert. I'm not yet a student teacher. I'm just a podcaster. Go and listen to them. They are mind-blowing. So, what I found in DeepSeek about what is a nine ether beings, they came 9 answers. The first one, it says, I wish I would have pasted that you can see it, but I think you will be able to hear what I'm going to say. Number 1, it says archangels, chiefs, messengers, guiding cosmic cycles and human evolution. That is the first of being a nine ether being. Seraphim, six-winged beings in pure fire, guides of divine light. Cherubim, custodians of celestial records and cosmic wisdom. Then 9 is a thrones, living emanations of divine justice and surrender. 5, dominions, regulators of universe, laws, and spiritual hierarchies. 6, virtuous, channels of miracles, grace, and natural rhythms. 7, protectors against cosmic chaos and negative forces. 8, overseers of nations, institutions, and collective missions. 9. Personal guides, healers, and messengers for humanity. I become amazed, ladies and gents. We are what they have, what DeepSeek or AI has illustrated so far. So, in this realm that we find ourselves in right now, it has some forces, it has some influences in us. But one or two of the main points that this realm focuses on is for us to be asleep. That's the first one. If you are asleep, many of these extraterrestrials that are using the Adamites, that are using the hybrids to oppress us, it's something that we need to wake up and to take note of. Sorry if maybe I come out very straight and blunt, that maybe you won't be able to understand me. Please forgive me. I'm just like that. In the case of this video, I wanted to be short. I will continue to do more other videos where I get into details. So, ladies and gents, truly we are virtuous. Truly we have powers. And truly we are the guidance of the galaxies, the universe. See what the Adamites has done to us, or to us as collective. They've tried and they've failed. As they've said that the cycle of 6,000 years has ended in the year 2000, as the other student teacher was saying. Yes, it is true. This is the time of awakening. For me to make this video is to help you to understand that we need to reach the highest of the highest, which is the 9 ether. So, Babu Credo Mutwa has said, we need not to follow or take this system of government to our mind, because the government is governing our minds. If you can take note of it, it's governing our minds in a way that we won't notice. We think that the government is just governing the country. Not in that way. They're governing me and you to be asleep, to follow the rules and regulations that they themselves, as a government, they were given. Remember, there are 6 ether peoples here who want to keep us in this low vibration. And remember, when we are in this low vibration, little will be done for this world to be better. It will continue to be in chaos. I remember when we were discussing with my friends, church friends, when they say that this world is only going to get darker and darker. Now I understand why. It's because of these 6 ether beings. Some other, there are 5 ether beings. That's the highest level that they can reach. Because remember, you get what you sow. You reap what you sow. So you can't expect to sow a 5 ether and reap 9 ether. No. The universe gives you what you give it to it. So, ladies and gents, it's only going to get darker and darker because of these 6 ether beings. Don't want to keep us in this realm. I'm not yet fully knowledgeable about these things, but I can understand what is happening right now. So, Babu Kriri Umuta was also spoke about, not in this video that I've played, but in the other recent videos. He has spoken about the calendar. Right now, we don't follow the true calendar. We are following the Gregorian calendar, of which it itself, it keeps us in the low vibration. So, ladies and gents, please like and subscribe for this video to reach as many, so that they can be able to see other videos that are within this channel. I love you, and I'm grateful to share what I have or what I've learned. So, let us research for ourselves of what it takes for us to reach this 9 ether level. I love you with the true love. Until the next one, thank you.